That is actually completely not true. And in effect, the U.S. Assistant Secretary of the Treasury, in a statement to Congress last summer, and was quoted in the New York Times, he said that Saudi Arabia is the world leader in fighting anti-terrorist financing. So some private money has gone, but you know what? ISIS didn't need contributions. ISIS was a bit like the Bolsheviks in Russia. They plundered the areas that they controlled. They took advantage of oil. They did smuggling. They sold protection, and they got some private contributions. But after 9/11, the Gulf governments and Saudi Arabia put in place such a stringent mechanism to control that the Americans have said, in effect, it's the best in the world. So there's this image that keeps on being repeated, and when things get repeated, they get a credibility. But it's blatantly not true anymore. It has, in the early days, there was some private capital, but that has been virtually extinguished.
The same Treasury Department report mentions that 5% at most of ISIS funding comes from external sources. So if you really want to attack ISIS financing head-on, the last thing you should be looking at really is external funding, despite the fact, obviously, that there are safeguards in the Gulf that are, as Ali mentioned.
And as Mohammed says, I mean, the whole 9/11 thing, cost a few $100,000. So it's not money. This is not the drug trade. People make a mistake between organized crime where money laundering drives it. These people, they don't need these huge flows of money. You see, you can buy a few Rolex watches in Pakistan and put them in your suitcase and come and sell them in Miami, and you have $100,000 in your bag. So it is not money laundering that is driving this phenomena, unlike the drug trade. It is really, many other criteria. So that a false balloon, in a way, has been created. In any event, it's been addressed.